Hello my friends, it's Gabriel with The Last Huntsman Outdoors here. I'm out here for another review, and the knife I'll be reviewing is the Work Tough Gear Klapache. Now I'm going to say something else too. Thank you guys for all the years of liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel and such. And to thank you guys, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this knife because I've just recently passed 7,000 subscribers. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this knife sometime through the video. So just be sure to watch the whole video and I'll kind of give the details on how to enter into the giveaway. But for now, let's review the Work Tough Gear Klapache. As customary on my channel, I'm going to start off with some batoning. The Klapache, it only has about a 3.5 inch blade, so it's not going to span a lot of wood. But that SK85 steel, I know, is a pretty tough and durable steel, so I think it should be able to handle stuff within reason. Now, like I said, it is very thin, so I don't know if I'd be trying to outwardly abuse this knife. If there was anything I could, actually there's probably a couple little things that I would personally change with it, but one of those things is I personally would like to see it more of like an 1/8 of an inch thick, or even 5/32. I think that would be kind of an awesome change with this knife, just to kind of beef it up a little bit. But all that being said, even with the batoning here, it seems like it can hold up. We'll do just a little bit more. All right, so here we have the Work Tough Gear Klapache, designed by Andy Tran and obviously made by Work Tough Gear. Now, this is a small knife. Like, it's actually considerably smaller than what I thought it would be when I initially got it. And it's very thin. It's less than an 1/8 of an inch thick. I don't even know the exact measurements, but it's thinner than an 1/8 of an inch thick. But it has a wide, broad blade, a high, kind of 2/3 high saber grind. It's a very slicey knife, and of course made out of Work Tough Gear's famous SK85 steel. It also comes with a pretty nice little Kydex sheath. To kind of give it a little comparative option here, just so you kind of know the sizing. Here's the famous SE3, and I've always thought that the SE3 was kind of a small knife, but as you guys can see, it dwarfs even the Klapache. I'm gonna do some feathers. Now, with this knife being that thin and with that broad of a blade, it does some really fine and amazing feather work. I may try to get fire going out here too with this knife. Some pretty good feathers with the Klapache. Work Tough Gear Klapache. And try to get a little fire going. Everything is soaked out here though, so hasn't been exactly the easiest thing. The spine on this is really sharp though, as with almost any Work Tough Gear knife. I'm just going to do some slicing, and I'm going to kind of discuss the ergonomics a little bit too, because I feel like when you're just kind of doing that ninja death grip, you kind of get a feel for ergonomics while doing some slicing. Now, as far as the slicing portion itself, this knife, as suspected, is a very slicey little knife. Like I said, it is very thin. There is one little qualm I have with the handles here. It gets very thin right there. And just, if you're doing like more of a handshake grip, it's not very noticeable. But if you're doing like more of like just a hammer grip, it kind of slightly cramps up your hand a little bit. And it almost leaves your middle finger kind of floating there. And just to kind of describe me, I have like medium-sized hands. I usually wear more of a larger size glove just because I like a little extra space for my hands, but my hands are a medium size. But yeah, the handle is a little on the thin side, or mostly just the width from the top to the back right in there. Overall, it's pretty decent. All right, so Work Tough Gear Klapache actually did a pretty good job with the fire. I don't blame it. It has a super sharp 90-degree spine, like about every Work Tough gear. Getting the fire started was a little tedious just because everything's wet out here. As you can see, everything's wet and damp. It's been raining the past few days, and it's like 35 and raining. So probably about the worst weather you can possibly ask for. Now let's talk about the giveaway. I am giving this knife away to thank you guys for 7,000 subscribers, for all the years of following me on YouTube and such. So I bought this knife just so I could review it, just so I could give it away to one of you guys. So to get into the giveaway, all I want you to do is comment, like, share, and subscribe to this video. Of course, if you can, I greatly appreciate that. But just comment in the comments below and just tell me what video of mine was your favorite video. What knife review or gun review or rant video, or just whichever video of mine was your favorite video. I want you to tell me what video it is and link it so I know that you're actually talking about my channel. So if you don't have a video linked below, I'm not gonna count you in as part of the giveaway, and I'm just gonna reply to each comment I see with a number. And as I after about a week, I'm gonna go through all the numbers, and I'm just gonna do a random drawing, and I'll do the random drawing on a YouTube short, just so you guys can see that I'm not like, you know, being weird or anything about that. So just comment, tell me what was your favorite video, link the video below, and you'll be entered in to win this Work Tough Gear Klapache. We do have to talk about the sheath. The sheath is actually pretty nice, well put together. Has the Work Tough Gear logo on there. And it does have pretty tight retention. Just the slightest little subtle bit of rattling. So the sheath is actually pretty well done on this. Sometimes, I'm not getting it to do it now, but sometimes this knife will kind of click in there at like an awkward angle though, and it just kind of makes the sheath just like split open a little bit. So at least with mine, it just did it right there. So yeah, and I just got it to click forward. So at least with mine, it seems like it's kind of easy to mess up putting it in there. I think, well, I think the sheath is awesome. It's not like too big or gaudy and stuff, which some knife makers do that pretty bad. I think if they had just another bolster, like right there, it would kind of tighten up that top and make it a little more easier to cinch up in there. But other than that, the sheath is pretty well done. It even has a little drainage hole. So I would definitely The knife is pretty decent just with the sheath. I'm going to kind of wrap up the review on the Work Tough Gear Klapache. I don't want to use it too much, especially if I'm going to be giving it away to somebody. So overall, what do I think this knife would be great for? This knife would be an awesome little belt knife. It'd be a great little EDC fixed blade if that's what you want it for. It would also make a great hunting and slicing knife with that real high grind and real thin stock on there. It's not really going to be, in my opinion, a hard use knife, and I don't really think it's going to be like a great tactical knife just because it kind of has a guard on there, but it's such a sweeping guard that like if you was to stab or something like that, I think it would be easy to slip up on. But just overall, would I suggest it? Yeah, I think it would be awesome. I think there's others for the money that I would rather have, but it's still a pretty nice little blade. And, you know, I hope one of you guys get it and put it to use and really enjoy it. So with all that being said, be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless and carry on.